Onsite Radio.
What you talking about? Okay. What about Tuesday? Yo, Akiem, pick me up. Yo, turn that on, son.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you'll be able to listen to the show.
That's live.
Onsite Radio.
The truth is Tuesday.
With your host, Akiem L. The truth.
I know I sound like I'm preaching to you, but I can't reach you unless I reach that spiritual nature. So here we go. Let's get started. I always like to start with this because this here is a nice icebreaker. It's a definition. And I want to know how many black people we got in this room today? Huh? Wow. I'm impressed because I'll be having almost the whole room raising their hand when I ask that question. The whole room would ask, like, y'all not black? Y'all not black? Now, I'm going to have somebody read this, and I'm going to pick him out. Brother Ray back there. Take that to him. And then you can pass it on. We're going to look up the word American. And the first word is black. Read that nice and loud. I mean, so everybody can hear that. Let me tell you what dictionary that is. You, bro. I'm picking on you because you have a different shade, and I want you to read that because that comes out with more force from you than it would come from me or anybody that looks like me. Huh?
The word black?
Black. Read it out loud.
Black. Black, pale, wine, livid.
Nope, slow down. Go back and read that again.
Black, pale, wine, livid.
Wine and livid is deviations of pale and bleached. But go ahead.
To become pale, to turn white, to become black, to blacken. Pale man.
Right there. I think we got the point, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, that's Noah Webster's original dictionary. He was a Christian because his history of his life is live.
This is Hindsight Radio. I represent it. The information station changing the nation.
He knew that they were switching up words. And he wanted... All right, just as I was about to start the broadcast, my screen just went bloop. I guess I was dropping too much, letting people know who they really are. It's not like that's the first time I've done that, showed you people that you're not black. And y'all not white either. All these different terms they want to call y'all and stuff like that. But first, before I get into what I'm going to talk about this evening, let me make sure what camera am I using? Okay, good. All right. I want to give a shout out to all the people that's joining me live on my YouTube channel. Go to Akiem L if you want to get on there. And if you want to talk to me, there's the number right at the bottom, 563-999-3615. To all you people that's in the chat, Making Mills, peace, brother. Constitutional rights and law, peace to God. JG, peace. Taj Amariel, peace. And Karen Israel, happy Tuesday, peace. Peace to you too. That's a true national. That's a Israeli national. So I'd like to tell y'all, when y'all come from other places, why do y'all come and get all that? Try to get citizenship. Y'all don't need it. Y'all already nationals. You're putting yourself under the jurisdiction of the United States when you do that. So if you got the right to work and you're doing all right, don't fix what ain't broke. Okay. Beth, peace. How are you? Amexa More Indigenous. He said all the way live by the lakeside. I know I didn't do a show last week, and I told you I probably wouldn't do when I was on Beth's show because I was going through a period of I needed clarity on some things, and I was mentally drained because I've been working my mind hard to try to figure out some remedies, to improve processes. Which I mean, I got I got a vault. I'm like Prince. You know, Prince, he has thousands of songs y'all never heard of. Because he just fulfilled his contractual obligations to the public so that he could fill those contracts with those record companies. But he had thousands of songs out there. I suspect that's why he got a hard time, towards in there. There's some suspicion surrounding this stuff. We won't get into that conspiracy theory because I can't prove it. But that's like me. I got so much that I could be on here for another 20 years just showing y'all stuff. But I only give it to y'all in portions based on current events and what I think is relevant or needed at the time. You see what I'm saying? But I had to become the student last week because in order to be a great teacher, you have to be a great student. There was a time when I first started this, I was a straight student of everybody that I was around. Although sometimes you may be around people that are not great teachers, they like to think that, but they still teaching you something. Everybody's teaching you something. Your children are teaching you something. Sure, a dog walking down the street could be teaching you something. You have to be a student of life, always seeking more information to enhance what you already know. You cannot go around thinking that you know everything, because the minute you say you know everything is the minute you know nothing. All right? I just have a small fraction of of the information. But I will say the information that I do have is very powerful and it's getting results. It's not theory. It's not based on someone's website that came up with a theory. It's all stuff that I've done and I've shown improved. I can only teach it from a point of application. And that's another reason why a lot of stuff that I'm teaching is not I'm not showing yet, because I'm still in the application phase. I'm still in testing myself out with the information. But I can tell you 99% of the time when I do something, it works out for me and anybody that I give it to I use to help me figure these things out. Just to touch on some things, it's this wave of Form 56, the fiduciary thing that's been going on around for years, and other forms that I won't mention on the air right now. Some very powerful forms. But anyway, what I really want to talk about is commitment. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't have commitment. They say they want something, they want results of things, but they're not committed to the things they say they want. Because soon as something comes their way, they they stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? They go the other way. As soon as a storm comes, or as soon as things are just about to break for them, they move in another direction. Now, one perfect example of this is in the Bible is the Egyptians when they were released from exile and they were leaving. They were committed only as far as the hardship. That's how committed they were. Every time a hardship, they were complaining. Hey, you should have left. But you know what? Let me just share that. Let me share. Oh, what I'm gonna read. All right, let's go. Chrome tab. Exodus 12. There we go. All right, let me make some changes here. Change something here. Take that background out. Make this a little bigger. Oh, these ads be tripping. See if I can get rid of the ad. Yeah. All right. And I'm just going to skip all of y'all already know what happened. And these are metaphorical, esoterical teachings just to show you how your mind works. Okay? It said the children of Israel leave Egypt. And it says, then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron at night. He said, get up and go away from my people, both you and the people of Israel. Go and worship the Lord as you have said. Take your flocks and your cattle as you have said and go. And pray that God good will come to me also. So Pharaoh was tired after going through all of this with not letting go the people of God. He was tired. He said, get out of here. Go. I release you. The Egyptians were trying to make the people hurry out of the land. So they were trying to make the people of the land say, get out of here. Y'all too powerful. Just go. Y'all too much. All right. But they said, we will all be dead. So the people took their dough before yeast had been added. They tied their dough pots in their clothes on their shoulders. The people of Israel had done what Moses had said. They had asked the Egyptians for things made of silver and gold and for clothes. And the Lord had given the people favor in the eyes of the Egyptians. So the Egyptians let them have whatever they asked for, and they took the best things of Egypt. So they left. Not only did they leave, they left with the best things of Egypt, the silver and the gold. So these chosen people are wealthy. And and to just compare it to us today, we are wealthy people. We are the wealthiest people on the planet, but our money is spent in such a fractured way that we can't realize it or see it. If we were to work together and come together as one, there is no people on the planet that can match us in anything. All of the wealth that they have is off of your backs. And I'm not talking about slavery. I'm talking about your inventions, your higher sciences, your all of the things that your ancestors invented. Your ancestors were not slaves. And sometimes I was talking to a relative just showing some of these facts, and I said, well, we got some people that they said they were slaves. A lot of them claimed to be slaves so they could stay alive. When they weren't originally that way. When the things were changing and they were changing the rule books, they did that as a way to save themselves, and they passed that bad information on to the children to keep them safe, or so they thought. But let me keep going because I can get into that all day. So the Egyptians let them have whatever they asked for, and they took the best things of Egypt. 37. The people of Israel traveled from Ramesses to Sukkoth. There were about 600,000 men on foot, 600,000 men, over 500,000 men, and also the women and children. So you're talking over 1 million, right? Or more. And a mixed group of people went with them, and very many flocks and cattle. So they left there wealthy. They left the lowest states of consciousness into a higher state of consciousness of wealth. If you want to get metaphysical about this, they made the dough they brought out of Egypt into loaves of bread without yeast. Yeast was not added to the dough because they had been sent out of Egypt and could not wait. So they were so committed to leaving that they didn't even leaven the bread. They didn't give the yeast to the bread. They said it was time to go from this dark place. Now I want to make make it clear. Egypt, how they put it in the Bible, is not actually how Egypt was. Egypt was a mecca of enlightenment. But of course, when the Europeans got their hand on these scriptures, they started flipping stuff up and made you think everything about Egypt was evil. But yet, on your dollar bill and all around here, these structures from the White House to the Capitol building, all of them are fashioned out of Egyptian culture or Kemetic culture. You know, Egypt is another straw man type name. Well, we won't go deep on that. They could not make ready any food for themselves. They wanted to go so bad into this higher state of consciousness. They said, this is what we're going to do. And this all had to do with their commitment. The people of Israel lived in Egypt for 430 years. That's, I was reading this. I said, that's a coincidence. Isn't that how they said that our people was in slavery? Didn't they say that? We were about 400, 300, 400 years. See how what they did was they took these stories, transplanted them to the future, and made them have similarities. And we so blind we can't see the connection, how they just played with your mind. That wasn't an original thought. They said, make them slaves. They took it out of here and said, well, we could tell them this story again, but tell them in more modern times. You see? At the end of 430 years, on that same day, all the Lord's people left Egypt. It was a night to be remembered by the Lord for having brought them out of the land of Egypt. This night for the Lord to be remembered by all of the people of Israel for all time. Now, so they got all of this stuff. They got the gold and the silver. They left. They was living high. Money, gold, silver, cattle, food. You talking about, if you're talking 600,000 men, then you add women and children, you're talking over 1 million, maybe close to 2 million people left, if you want to put it into a perspective. So let's go to, now they did all of this, and let's see how quick their commitment faded. All right. Let's do this one. 14. Here it is. And I'm sorry, I didn't give y'all the actual. It's Exodus chapter 14, 5. And the actual one was Exodus chapter 12. All right, here we go. Where's my mouse? All right. When the king of Egypt was told that the people had left, so let me read this. Pharaoh and his servants changed their minds about the people. So that lower state of consciousness started to conflict with the higher state of consciousness and said, wait a minute, man, I need to pull these people back. Doing too good. Things are going too good. We got to stop this. If you want to look at it on an esoterical level, but let's look at it in a more physical level for now. They said, what is this we have done? We have let Israel go from working for us. So he made his war wagon ready and took his people with him. He took 600 of the best war wagons and all of the other war wagons of Egypt in the care of leaders. The Lord made the heart of the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, hard, and Pharaoh went to catch the people of Israel who were leaving without fear. They were leaving without fear at first. They were confident. They was committed. The Egyptians followed them with all the horses and war wagons of Pharaoh, his horsemen and his army, and they came to him at their tents by the sea. Besides Pi-Hahiroth, I can't pronounce that. Sorry. In front of Baal Zephon. When Pharaoh came near, the people of Israel looked and saw the Egyptians coming after them, and they were filled with fear and cried out to the Lord. Then they said to Moses, "Is it because there were no graves in Egypt that you have taken us away to die in the desert? What have you done to us in bringing us out of Egypt? Did we not tell you in Egypt, leave us alone and let us serve the Egyptians?" So all of that commitment that they were supposed to have went away when they saw a problem coming. Real quick. It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die here. So they rather had, in their fear, they rather had been slaves than to be free. Why am I reading this? Because a lot of y'all are living that right there. Y'all living that out right now. Right now, you guys are living that out. What we're dealing with, pandemic, whatever, all the oppressive rules that they make on us daily. Soon as it comes knocking on the door that you have to live out what you say you want to live out that I'm teaching, y'all get into fear. Some of you do, at least. And you say, "Oh, it's better for me to do this. It's easier." I got people calling me. The IRS is snatching their money, taking all kinds of stuff from them. And I said, "Well, this is what you do to stop that. You got to do this. You got to do that." Oh, guess what they say? "Well, I make a lot of good money with this job. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose that." They don't want to let go of Egypt or the symbolic Egypt. They don't want to go off with the gold and the silver. They don't want they want it while it's going good, when there's no opposition. But as soon as opposition hit, they run the other way. Or they complain and say stuff like this. Now, after seeing all the things that happened prior to their leaving, they turn to Moses and blame him. "You brought us out of here to die." All of those wondrous things that they saw. And it's just to liken it today. Some of you guys have seen how the passport has changed your life. Just doing that alone has changed your life. Some of y'all have seen how not having a job and creating your own income has changed your life. Being able to own your time and say when you're going to get up, when you're going to do work. And as soon as opposition hit, you complain. Y'all want to come, "Yo, this is happening. You didn't tell me this was going to happen." I can't tell you everything's going to happen, but at the same time, I'd rather have problems living the lifestyle I have now, because I can deal with those, than to have them being under enslavement by an employer or anybody else. I don't care what y'all say. Having a job, no matter what you make, is a form of servitude. Voluntary servitude. And I've had people argue, "That's not slavery, that's not servitude." Yes, it is. Because as soon as you don't do what they tell you to do, you're out of there. Or as soon as you're costing them too much money, you're out of there. As soon as they don't need you anymore and they could run that company more efficiently without you, you are out of there. How many people I've seen get close to retirement and then they get walking papers? And they want to think that that's not done by design. They clock you in your years right before you get to retirement. I've seen it happen so many times that I know it's not a coincidence. They shut you down. And all you have left with is the money you got in your 401k and some severance pay. And most times you don't even qualify for the pension. And these days, pensions are non-existent with jobs. You see what I'm saying? So, what are you going to do when you face adversity? You're going to give up and do like these people did? Be ungrateful, uncommitted? To be uncommitted in anything is to be uncommitted to yourself and your future. You're not hurting anybody else. Well, you might be. You might be hurting your family, the success and the wealth of your family. Like I always say, everything starts in the mind, how you perceive things, what you're thinking. What you're thinking is producing what you have. And I will say it again and again and again, that favor is fear. Because the favor that you're getting now is exactly the results of the thoughts that you have, how you see things, the judgments you're making on things and people and places, information. So when you get the results of your own mindset, don't blame it on anybody else. Blame it on yourself. Point the finger at you. Oh, this one did this to me. That one did. Oh, everybody's a victim, right? No, it's not what they did to you. It's what you did to yourself. People give you exactly what you're asking for. Because to the unconscious mind, that's hard to perceive. And I'm not speaking to the unconscious mind. You still sleep. If you unconscious and you can't get this, go back to sleep. Or, go listen somewhere else if you don't like it. Because everything that I received, no matter how bad or good it was, I could directly to a thought that I had. All of the turmoil and pain and the good and the bad and the wonderful times are my own choices and thoughts. I take full responsibility for that. And as the scripture says, how many times shall I forgive my brother? And the Christ said, 77 times 7. It's 7 times? See, they were thinking physical, outwardly forgiving people. But really, that 77 is you forgiving yourself of having these thoughts that put you in these positions that you don't or you enjoy. Attracting that bad person into your life that you decided to get in a relationship with, that you decided to keep moving in there, knowing that they're not going to change. You either accept it or you don't. You can't change anybody, and that's what a lot of people will do. They try to change people. And some of y'all want to change people when it comes to this information. You need to believe this stuff. I used to do that too, and sometimes I get caught up in that. I don't listen. No matter who they are, you can listen or not listen. I have practiced it. I've been practicing diligently lately. Let them do as they want. They will get the results of what they want. That's their choice. Don't burden myself with the exasperation of them getting the pain from their own actions. Did Lot and his daughters look back when the mother looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt because she desired all of that, what was in the land, that the home and whatever, despite all of the things that were going on in those places, she still wanted her comforts of her, and she missed it. She didn't care. Isn't that how we're living now? We got this guy made this video. What's his name? Nas, whatever the hell, made this crazy video that they're talking about now. Trying to sell us on these different lifestyles. If you want to live your lifestyle like that, that's your business. Men are not acting as men anymore. Or alphas. I wouldn't even say they're acting that betas. They're going down straight to Z. For real. And the women have flipped their roles, and you wonder why we have so much confusion. Because everybody's confused about who they are, who they want to be. They say, "Oh, this is me. I'm asserting my rights," and guess what? Man's law, it allows it. And guess what they do? Anyone that speaks against it or disagrees with it is wrong. Everything that produces life is a problem. And everything that doesn't produce life is not a problem. It's backwards. So you got to choose which law you're going to follow. You're going to choose God's law, and God's law says this: as a man thinketh, so he will be. If you're thinking all of these things, you're going to get exactly what you want. You're going to get, if you're thinking wealth, you're going to get wealth. You're thinking poverty, you're going to get poverty. That's the law. That's how it's made. That's why it was told to you to have dominion over all things. With all this other craziness, we don't have to watch it or participate in it. The only reason why these things survive and they go forth and we have all of these crazy things going on is because people enjoy the music. Some of y'all enjoy some of these raps, and they say, "Oh, I just like the beat." And all of that crazy talk is going into your subconscious, and you wondering why you meet nothing but hoes. And wondering why you meet nothing but players. Because you listening to music that talks about that. You listen to things, putting it into your subconscious that talk about that. Don't get upset. Favorite is fair. You're getting your favorites. You're getting what you want because you enjoy it. You think you could block out the words just because the beat is good? The subconscious doesn't work like that. The subconscious is taking in everything in your surroundings. It is the silent, that's the real big brother, big sister. That's subconscious. The conscious is the baby. Because everything that the conscious is doing is produced by the subconscious. Wonder why you can't stop doing something? Because something in your subconscious is programmed to do it. You think you can watch all of this craziness on TV and it not affect you? Nobody's that strong. It will affect you. So what I'm saying is, I'm not telling you what to watch or don't watch. What I'm saying is, if you want wealth, prosperity, peace, and love, then watch things that are in alignment with those things. And if that's not what you want, watch things that are not in alignment with those things. That's your choice. But here it is. You reap what you sow. You made the bed, lie in it, live it. Don't expect anyone to feel sorry for you. A lot of people are in impoverished conditions by their own subconscious choice because they believe in it. They identify it. I'm poor. I'm broke. And I rebuke what I just said. I don't want that on me. Saying things like that. The difference between the wealthy, and I'm going to put it like this. The difference between the wealthy and the super wealthy is just an idea, thoughts, how they think. See, you have people on different levels who have a certain amount of riches, then it's wealth, and it's super wealthy, and then it's just out of this world wealthy. They're all on a different level. And all them people have different states of consciousness, different levels. Same thing with poverty. There's different levels of that. You see? All those people just have different states of consciousness. Some people believe in it's normal to be extremely poor. Money isn't everything. Money is the devil. Love of money is, they got that catchphrase. But at the same time, they want it to pay bills. I don't love money. Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. Whatever you don't love, you will not have it. If you don't love yourself, number one, you won't get anybody to love you. I start there. And if you don't love have a certain respect and love for money, you won't have it. Science. It's nothing out of the ordinary. If you don't love yourself and have a great relationship with yourself, you won't have a great relationship with anybody else. If you don't love the job you're doing, you won't have a job eventually. That job will push you out of there some way, somehow. You either get sick, can't go back to it, they get rid of you, or they get rid of the job. You see? You cannot have anything. You don't have it in your subconscious. You don't have it in your consciousness that you want it and you're excited about having it. Oh, Akiem, why do I get these bad things? Because you're excited about it. You're excited about it. You talk about your problems. You talk about who did what to you all the time. You talk about this and you talk about, you love it because you talk about it. Those problems. You want people to, you run around telling the story to everybody. So whoever would identify and feel sorry for you. Some of y'all got people coming over y'all telling you about their problems in their relationship, listening to one side, just one side, and not getting the full picture and y'all agreeing with them on that stuff. I got to be careful about doing that myself. Because if I'm talking about it, I'm producing it. I'm generating it. Just because I preach it, doesn't mean I'm not challenged by it. I am challenged by it daily. And then there's this saying, well, we ebb and we flow. Things go up, things go down. Yes, that is exactly right. Just like water, up and down, floating, right? Yes, that's right. But there's a reason why you ebb and flow, because your thoughts are ebbing and flowing. 1 minute when it's going good, you're feeling great. And then you start thinking, oh, how long is this good going to last? This ain't going to last forever. There you go. You just ebb there. You just switched off the goodness of all of the things you would bring into yourself and turned on another thing. And then the bad comes, or something comes to interrupt that goodness. And then you say, yeah, nothing lasts forever. I knew it. Yeah, because, you knew it. You produced it. You thought it. You gave yourself that trouble. Yeah, I know. These are some things that are hard to accept. It was hard for me to accept it too. I went through that phase. Now I just say, yep, this is another thing I done brought to myself, and I move on. I don't stay there. I don't stay feeling sorry for myself. I understand that anything that changes, or when things are not going exactly how I see them or want them to go, it's because somewhere in my consciousness, I wanted it to be different, or I thought it to be different. I wasn't controlling my inclinations. Oh, by the way, if you want to call in and join in on the conversation, the number is going across the stream, 563-999-3615, and you can talk to me live. Got a few people online. Most people are on the live stream. Yeah, hit them like buttons. Help me out here. Hit the like buttons. I appreciate everybody that does that and join the stream. Yeah, everything you're receiving is on you. And you need to drill that into your mind, drill that into your consciousness. And it's not a bad thing to take ownership. Actually, it's a freeing thing. Once you take full ownership of everything you're having going on in your life, guess what happens? It starts to change, because then you realize that you can change it just by changing a thought. It starts there. Everything starts with thought. Everything starts with thought. Let me see. Everything. I know y'all looking for some remedy. Tonight's not going to be that way. I'm still in student mode. So tonight's just gonna be about the spiritual topics, enlightening ourselves, uplifting ourselves, talking good. And actually, I'm gonna start something back that I had started and I stopped doing it. And that is, whatever you want good to happen, there's a scripture that says, wherever the two touch and agree, there I will be. I'm gonna go back to my book. Hang on one second. Oh, my camera froze. Hang on, let me get my camera back going. All right, there we go. I had to switch cameras. These things be acting up. So, are we good on that? The camera? Somebody said Lil Nas is a disgrace to hip hop. Oh man. That's disgrace not only to hip hop, just disgrace to himself and everyone else, with that nonsense. If you want to live that way, that's fine. So let me do this. Um, all right, press the 1 button if you're in the call. Press the 1 if you want me to pick up your call. All right, so what I was talking about, I'm going back to this book. Hang on, let me get it. It's my it's a book where I write down. It doesn't have a title on this blank. I write down things that people want. And then when I do my affirmations and things and my little things, my rituals, I add what you want to that affirmation to enforce what you ask for or what you want to happen. And we don't ask for anything. We command things. We say things like, I am a millionaire. I am a great business owner. We're very specific. So when you call in and you want to get this information in the book, you got to be specific. Talk future date. We talk now because that's the only space of time we live in. Okay? So if you want to do that, 563-999-3615. Hit the 1 button and I'll get your call. And I'll write you down and I write it in carbon, pencil. And let me see where I left off. It was the last time I wrote in this book. It's like, is this right? Yeah, this is the prosperity. I started this in April of 2019, almost 2 years ago. Well, close to 2 years ago. So we're gonna mark this date. And it's a good time to do it because we into the new year, right? The real new year. So today is the 30th, 2021. So if you want that, I'll write it in here and I'll record it. And then when I do my affirmations rituals, which I try to do daily, which this will help me stay committed to that. Because sometimes I don't do it and I just get up and start doing things. That's another thing. We need to start a ritual of preparing for our day or making our day prosperous. Make that a ritual. Because a lot of times, I know sometimes with me, I'll wake up with a negative thought, looking for trouble, where there is none. Just, I got to do stuff to offset that. So stay positive. Like all this week, I just been listening to Reverend, like some new recordings I had purchased. I got a lot of his recordings. So, again, 539993615, and I'll get your call. This is good because everybody that did this, they said they had success. They called me and said, hey, Akiem, yo, that thing worked. See? It worked because they put in the work in their subconscious. See, at this age, when you're an adult, only way you're going to change bad habits is through creating new ones and making them keep repeating them through repetition. That's the only way you're gonna do it. You know? So, like, I'm learning the guitar, and I have to be repetitious, playing the same song over and over again until I get it right. And this is how all the great musicians become great musicians, because they keep repeating. You think they know these songs by heart? You know, they know them by heart, but it took hundreds and thousands of times to get that song perfect where it's sounding good. I could see that. It's a dedication. It's a commitment to learn an instrument, learning the different fingers and stuff. And I can say it's only it's just about coming up on 2 months of doing this. I am way better than I was when I first started playing songs and stuff like that. And plus, I have a great teacher. All right. What's going on in the chat? So let's get a caller here. All right, 775-379. Peace.
Peace. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing excellent. Wonderful. Won't say anything different. That's all
great.
I got to say.
That's great, man. That's great.
All right.
I'm doing likewise, man. I'm doing likewise. I don't know if you remember, I was a caller I want to say about a month ago.
I don't remember.
I called you looking for guidance. Yeah. And let me just say, the advice you're giving me, 100% worked.
All right. Remind me of the
frequency.
Remind me what it was.
Pathway. Hey, man, look, I never thought something like this was possible, but things just started happening. You know, Trump and Biden started paying me, you know what I'm saying? And I started putting that money towards things that were necessary for my future.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm on the road to success. You know, I'm in a certain situation doing day trading and other things like that.
Wow.
Learning digital real estate and other things like that. So
good. I'm glad to hear it.
Opportunity hit me, man. Opportunity definitely hit me.
Right.
I would definitely like that to be in the affirmation book, not to move too forward or anything.
No, we can do that now, man. Hey, that is moving forward. Okay. What's your name? So I can write it down.
Christopher with a K.
With a K.
Yes, sir.
All right. And where you from?
I'm from Las Vegas. I'm actually here now.
Vegas. Man, I it's time for me to go back there and do a seminar. Yeah.
Man, I would love to buy you a cup of coffee, man.
Okay.
if that's possible, man.
All right. I'm down. All right. Christopher, Las Vegas. Okay. What exactly do you want? Be as specific as possible.
Well, nothing short of being a billionaire, but I also want to learn the skill set to becoming rich, not just having the money.
Right.
Learning the skill set so I can always attain the money. That's specifically what I want. And I feel like I have the skill set so far, but I want to take off. You know, I want to go to the moon and beyond.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you saying is this: you want to be a billionaire, but you want to get the wisdom on how to keep your billions, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wisdom. So you want wisdom. You know, that's funny because that's what Solomon asked for. And then he was the richest man in the world. Right. In all times.
That's wild.
Right. So wisdom is important to keeping the billions. You can make it all day, but people lose that money because they don't appreciate it.
Right.
They do like what the Israelites did. They got all that wealth and then they complained right after they met some hardship. I could have been back there a slave and get back all this gold and silver. You know. So there we go. Anything else?
Honestly, just health, and just abundance, pure abundance. I want to be the best possible version of myself. That's all right. That's what I'm looking to attain. I don't want nothing, no small, no shortcomings. I want to be the best. Learn from every mistake to be the best.
All right, great. All right, you say you want to be the best version of yourself. So you see, you're a best version of yourself right now, and every day you try to be a better version than the day before. The only competition you need to be in is in the competition of being your best self, pushing yourself high. You don't have to be in competition with no one else. You're not having a race with anybody else. You're having a race with yourself to be a better version than you was the day before. That's it. That's all. That's your only job. And if you're doing that, then everything falls into place. The money, the people, good relationships, all that falls into place. When you are coming in the inside and being a light to yourself. The only way you do that is continue to seek knowledge and hey, I did this. Well, how can I do this better? I got you, brother.
Yes, sir.
You in there.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I
guess
appreciate
what?
you, man.
Guess what?
I mean, I'm gonna work harder than I ever worked, man, by tomorrow, man.
All right, there you go. See, you saying that motivated you to do better. I get people to say these things out loud because it has a different, more profound effect on you when you say it out loud. And I'm gonna give you some more advice. I'm gonna give you this. This is one, and this is advice that's gonna really skyrocket you. Every morning or every evening, whatever time you choose in a day, or you can do it 2 times, 3 times in a day. Look yourself in the mirror and say all of these things you just said tonight. But first, before you do that, you got to tell yourself you love. I love you, man. I love you, Christopher. Look at yourself. Indeed. And say that with enthusiasm and watch what happens to your day. I have done this with quite a few people, told people to do that. And sometimes when I do that, some people think I'm just trying to be instructive or just, they don't really see why I'm doing it. Because I see something that they may not even realize. But some people just be in opposition and just want to be so, oh, no, you're not going to tell me what to do, blah, 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 blah. I know I love myself. They'll say those things to you. I'm not saying you don't love yourself, or I'm telling you to remind yourself that you love yourself. It's okay. See, we want people to tell us that we want to hear I love you from someone else, but the last person we want to say it to is ourselves. If you do that for yourself, you don't need no one to tell you that.
Right.
You don't need nobody to say that to you.
Company in
right. Way. And if they say it, they don't say it, whatever. Somebody else will say it. See how strong you become? You're building yourself up. Just do that. Add that to your affirmation that you just wrote, you gave me to do. Add that to yourself and do it once, and it may be difficult in the beginning. Because looking yourself in the eye and saying those things is weird because you're not used to doing that. You're not programmed to do that. We're programmed to look for all of our sources.
What if I told you I've already been, not to cut you off, but what if I told you I've already been doing a piece of that?
Oh, okay. Well, then you're ahead of the game. You already, and now you know why you're getting your results.
I'm going to be a millionaire.
Right. Now you know why you're getting those results. Because you spoke it to yourself.
Yes, sir.
You said it to yourself. You don't need someone else to tell you that. You see what I'm saying? I give you, people had told me years ago, you're gonna have a large audience. You're gonna have a huge following. And this is before YouTube and all of that stuff, right? This is before I was into YouTube or anything, right? Before all of those things, right? And I listened, I heard what they were saying. One woman when I was talking to on the phone at Time Warner, she said that because she was calling about a bill, but we just sidetracked it into another part of the conversation because I sensed she was feeling a certain way. I felt it from her, and and she said, "How did you know that?" And I just said, "Well, I just felt it," and I went with it, and I started talking to her back and forth. It was an older woman. She said, "I'm gonna see you somewhere later on," but I didn't believe that in myself. So until I believed that in myself, I couldn't see it. You see what I'm saying? Until I envisioned myself doing all of these things, I couldn't do it. You don't get the money until you see yourself with the money. You don't get the house until you see yourself with the house. And you got to be specific. You said billionaire. Then I'm going to challenge you to be even more specific. How many billions you talking about? Be specific. Put a number on it.
Shoot, 999. Let's move to
There
a
you
trillion.
go. And as you said that, the universe is traveling swiftly in the speed of light, in the twinkling of an eye, to give it to you.
Sure.
You just got to see the opportunity when it comes, and you cannot have those adversarial thoughts, those devilish thoughts, and the doubt, because the minute you have that doubt, it's going to block it. It's going to stop traveling, and it's going to hold up. There's one thing I always say: the abundance and the wealth is already there. We already got it. It's there for us to take. The only reason why we get it, we do like the prodigal son. He lost all of his. He thought he only had a small portion. Dad, give me my money. I'm out. I'm gonna go do my thing, right? And he thought that was it. That was all he had. Then the father came. He came back. Hey, let me be one of your servants. I done lost all that money that you gave me. All my inheritance. I have nothing left. But I'll come work for you. Anything's better than how I've been living. And the father looked at him like, "Are you kidding me? I just gave you a small portion of what you had coming to you. As long as you're my son, you're going to always have. But you cannot have until you realize where the source of your abundance come from. And that is the Father. And in esoterical, metaphysical terms, the Father is your own subconscious mind. Until you see it in that, you will never see it in physical. You see? All right, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you joining in and doing
thank you.
that.
I appreciate you, man.
And I know you're going to get everything you're asking for. Favor is fair.
Man, I'm coming back tenfold with that.
There you go.
Woo.
All right.
Woo. All right, man.
All right, brother.
Peace.
All right, peace. Now, I'm starting to see why I took a break. I wasn't supposed to be talking about all them remedies. I said I wouldn't be doing all that remedy talk on it live here. This is real conscious remedy. This is what I really need. Y'all want the 41s. Y'all want the shortcuts, which y'all think is a shortcut. But the real work is in the mind. And all those other answers will come to you. Now, who else is bold enough to do what this brother did? That young brother came on. He said exactly what he said billions. He didn't say millions. He said billions. Who else? Get the like up. Like and please put your likes up there on there. We got a lot of people on. Who else? That's all? Come on, man. All this complaining I get about times is hard and all of the woe is me emails that I get weekly? You mean to tell me there's nobody out there that wants something in this book? Well, remember, you get what you ask for. Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's see. Somebody said, I know I do. yeah, I'll be going through it, bro. Sometimes. And that's all the conflicts of my own mind. DJ B Thunder, man, I know you got something you want to share, brother. You got a lot of things I know you doing and trying to make happen. Where you at? Who else out there? And somebody said, thank you for tonight. Thank you for tonight, for joining in. What time is it? 8:12. Yo, if y'all don't press that one, I see y'all on the phone lines. What's up? You got an 803 number. That's a South Carolina number. What's up? Press the one. I'm giving y'all time. Somebody said they're going to have a more science temple in Texas, Louisiana. It would be about wealth and ownership of business. Good thing. That should be a thing. And somebody said, thank you. Yeah, I try to work hard at the intros. I'm getting better with this technology. All right, while y'all waiting to press one, and if y'all don't have nothing to say by then, I'm going to leave y'all with for the next time. Beth says, I like how you reminded us that we have to choose when it comes to commitment. Yep. Oh, you in Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, that's, I got that's my son lives there. That's that. Yeah, that's my old stopping ground. That's where I owned all my barbershops right there. All right, let's see. It looks like somebody else put their hand up. 410913.
Peace to the God, Akiem. How you doing tonight?
Peace to the God. What's going on? DJB. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I do got a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why? You should have been like, have both hands up, brother. Come on.
I need to get in that book for the new year. I'm probably in there from 2019.
Yeah, you probably
I need to get this 2021.
Yeah, let's get it 2021 going. Let's go.
I'm gonna take you back to your old school. I'm gonna give you some positive things that's going on with me right now before we hit the book.
All right, go ahead.
Positive things.
Excuse me, sorry.
I have not been COVID. I am COVID free.
Right.
I had a couple scares at work, so I'm COVID free. Family all healthy, kids doing well. That's my good things right now. Now for the book.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Financially, I'm gonna say I got a wonderful young man who was just on there. I'm gonna be a 1 trillionaire.
Okay.
So I give you that 1 and put that trillion behind it.
Okay.
I've already, in my mind, so once I think it, I speak it, and it shall be.
Right.
I've already won these couple cases I have coming up. So I spoke it, I thought it, and it shall be, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I stay on my venture on the private group. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for even making that a option for us to take advantage of. I'm gonna stay on that grind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be successful. Well, I'm already successful in that. Just waiting for everything to be solidified. And other than that, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the book. And whatever else you got going on, man, I'll be a part of it, man. One way or another.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for reminding me. This was old school. I should have stuck with this. See, sometimes I'll be having content, thinking about things to say, but you can never run out of this. Being positive to people and uplifting people. You can't run out of this. This is like that metaphorical story in the Bible, that water that you can never be thirsty. Having that type of water, So yeah, I got you. You in the book. All right.
My man.
All right, man. Appreciate you. That's Dax. He's part of the premium membership. And he's one of I got about close to 100 people in that membership now. And counting. And I'm still adding on. I thought I was just going to run 2 groups, but hey, more people want to get in, I let them in, And for some people who are, haven't got their money consciousness up and can't pay it all at once, I work out payment plans, reasonable ones. So if you want to get in the group, just hit me up and we'll work out something. So, this information is valuable. I don't know how long I'll be out here giving this information out. I just want to give it out to enough people, then I'm going to step back and do other things. I got to get on this ministry that I'm building, that I built. You understand? I got to do that. That's my real work. That's what I've been commissioned to do by the God in me, because that's where I excel. That's what I enjoy. That's what I love doing. Whatever you love doing, that's your commission. Continue to do it. And don't be ashamed and to let people talk you out of your mission. That brother that came on talking about the billion, Dax, talking about the trillion, that's the mission. Extreme wealth. That's their mission. And don't let people turn their nose up at you or even pay attention to people that turn their nose because you want to be a billionaire or you want to be a trillionaire. I know people think, oh, he said that's impossible. They thinking that impossible. How you know they not going to be a trillionaire, billionaire? Maybe you're not going to be because you think it's impossible. That's your issue. That's your problem. Don't put your negativity on other people's dreams. You know, change the way you think. Don't judge other people or you will be judged. Those dreams, those things that they're speaking is not impossible. You will only get as far as the thoughts in your mind or the ideas in your mind. The sky is not the limit. That's what they say. The sky is the limit. No, it's not. The whole universe is yours. You made of the universe. The material you're made out of, your physical form is made out of, your spiritual form is made. It comes from the stars. So the sky is not the limit. Somebody gonna steal that. somebody gonna coin that and be teaching it. I see them out there doing it. I go listen. I say, oh yeah, they wouldn't talk like that before. It's all right. I know I'm a trailblazer. That's my position. Take it, use it, steal it, do whatever you want. As long as you uplifting somebody with what I'm saying, it's all good. All right? That's right. You don't have limits, DJB. Terrence Wood says, peace, God. Oh, yeah. And Beth said, Galatians 6:9 says, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Exactly. Continue to build spiritual currency by doing good. And number one person you need to do good to is yourself, but not at the expense of hurting others. Because you will reap that. You will get it. Whoever you hurt, you'll get that same hurt back. It's only fair. That's why I said favor is fair. You will get it. All right. Our ancestors already passed the saying on, the sky is not the limit. That's right. That's where I got it from. It came out the sky. It came right from them. So I know I'm not the only one who said that. What else? Oh, the brother said he's a truck driver. Okay. I'm right up the road from you. I'm in Charlotte right now. Good stuff. Good. Ellen Lee Ivy says good stuff. Anybody else before I get on? Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. I'm giving y'all time. This is the upbuilding time. I took a week off, so I'm coming back on fire, and I got to stay that way. I almost didn't do a show tonight, but the Spirit said, no, get on and uplift these people. Give them something to think about. And through you uplifting them will uplift you. What you give is what you get. Let me tell you something. I wrote something down. Hang on. I wrote something down. I was listening to Reverend Ike. Hold on. All right. I can't go without saying this. Giving is the guarantor of receiving. So if you give good, you guarantee to receive good. You give love, you guarantee to receive love. You give positive encouragement, you are guaranteed to receive it. So if you give negative to someone, you give hurt, you are guaranteed to receive it. So all you people out there hurting your relationships, he hurt me, she hurt me. Don't be mad what I'm about to say. You gave it somewhere in the past. You gave it. That's why you received it. Oh, no. Hey, you can deny it all you want. You can lie to yourself, but you ain't gonna lie to what the law says. The Lord says, what God says, you reap what you sow. God is not to be mocked. You will reap what you sow. You're reaping. If you're not receiving good right now, you better look. And I know a lot of people that have financial issues and things like that. Like I was almost challenged by something. Someone bought a product on my website. They bought the third-party debt collector letter, and then they bought the Sue Debt Collectors bundle, right? Now, in the Sue Debt Collectors bundle, the third-party debt collector letter is included in that. And for a brief moment, the devil of my mind, not the devil, there's no, the devil is still saying, I ain't going to say no, I'm going to keep that money. And I was like, and then in order for me to keep it, I had to go through all those changes of removing it out of the bundle so they wouldn't know. I was like, Akiem, what the hell are you thinking about? You know, $75. Trying to keep it just really quick. The thought in my mind said to do that. Now, that was my lower self thinking that it wasn't enough. That I may not have abundance. See, I told you I'm challenged by it. And then the moment soon I had to bing, knock myself in the head, refunded their money back, and then sent them a little note, hey, you know, this bundle you bought comes with this already, and sent their money back. See? How many? See, now if guess what? If I had kept that little $75, I would have lost 10 times that amount or more. If I reap what I sowed. Now, by me being honest, when I'm not being watched, but I really am being watched because my subconscious is watching. That's the God that's watching, right? As soon as I gave the money back, guess what? People nonstop was going to the website buying stuff. See, we are challenged not by the things outside of us. We are challenged by the things inside of us. Huh? It's what's inside of you that's causing you your pain and your pleasure. Oh, I know you don't want to accept that, people. I know some of you don't. Not ready. You will be. Somewhere down the line, you'll think about what I just said, and so it might be tomorrow, might be the next moment, might be years. But you will remember what I said. And so reason why a lot of people, and I was telling you that, a lot of people, and I'm noticing this, and I'm really paying attention, that stay broke because they do stuff like that. They do little dishonest things because they feel justified in keeping a little extra money because they don't have none. Instead of doing the right thing, they feel they're justified. They got more than me. I'm going to keep this. Nah. What you put out is what you get. The more you take, the more is going to be taken away from you. That's why there's a scripture said the poor will get poorer and the rich will get richer, right? Because their consciousness is thinking poor, doing poor things. I work with somebody, constantly have issues. Every month there's another issue going down. And then finally I said to you, you know why you have issues? Because you love it. What do you mean by I love it? Yes, you do, because you think about it. You talk about it. You expect these things to happen. Your expectations is getting you this. They hung up the phone on me and never called me again. I ran them off with light. Light doctors can't comprehend. See, I've gotten to the point I don't tolerate these types of complaints anymore because I understand where the source of it is coming from. And if you're going to tell me your problems, best believe it's time you're going to hear at least me say one time a solution. If you don't want to hear it, then keep doing it. I'm out of here. I'm not going to listen to all that negativity, putting all that craziness in my mind. Somebody said, that's why I have enjoyed your teachings for all these years. Akiem, your spirit is pure. Thank you, Bryce. Oh, by the way, if that's Bryce, who I think it is, I looked at your stuff. I'm sorry I didn't get right back to you. It seems to look okay to me. I don't know if Ahmed got with you about that. He's the one who's actually completed them all and did them right. They look fine to me. All right, and that's a premium membership question. Some of y'all may not know. Someone said light is offensive to those in darkness. Accountability is one of the greatest commodities to embrace. It is, yes. So, in order to be successful, there's two things that must happen: commitment and accountability. You will not be successful without those two things. Because you got to be accountable for your time. Just because you have free time doesn't mean you can just sit around and do whatever. You got to continue to put in your consciousness all of the good that you desire. That's commitment and accountability, and being accountable to how you're thinking. Hey, I didn't like that how they talk to me. Well, did I talk crazy first? That's right. You'll always be blessed when you check yourself the right way. Someone said they put their mom's preacher onto your teachings about the church versus non-purpose. All he kept saying was, how does the members get the credit for their donation? I said, read. He walked away from me. They get the credit just like anything else. It's not about how the church is structured that they get the credit. You give to anybody. If I give money to somebody, I can write that off as a debt. Y'all don't know these things because they don't teach y'all. It's Brian. Hey, Brian, peace. Good people. Him and his wife, I met them in person. I think we were in Arizona. Met them both. Great people. Very spiritual-minded people. All right, it's 8:29. No one wanted to add to the book extra. So next Tuesday, if the Spirit leads me to do another show on Tuesday, do a show on Tuesday, we'll just break out the book again. All right? And with that being said, just reminder of the shows that we have going on here. Solomon's Temple show is on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We got the Divine Connection show Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. The Raising Independent Thinkers show is on Sunday, and she's been doing a series on 100 facts about the Negro that you didn't know, just giving y'all history, true history. And then Bombay, he hasn't done a show a while because his food truck, his business is off the chain. So we just talked today, and we might come up with a different time for him that's more conducive. I want him to make his money, make that bread. So we might change his time, but we talked about it today. He said he's been slam busy with his food truck. I'm going to go see him this week in that food truck. My daughter's vacation is next week. We're going to go see Bun Bay at his food truck. He's with his show, and I've never eaten at his food truck. He's right up the road from me in Raleigh. I'm going to go to that food truck and get some of that food. It's got to be good if he's that slam busy. I'm confident. All right. I'm not talking about 1098s or 1040 forms tonight, but that information is forthcoming. And most likely the deeper things about those forms will be in my premium membership. So if you want to be in a premium membership, akeml.com, click the consultation tab, click that link. It's $1,500. It gives you a year membership, private monthly classes with information, any new information that comes out. I tend to just give it away. I got a lot of information to give the members already. I just kind of compiling and organizing it. Yeah. And the way my membership works is you don't have to stay with me for life. I don't want you to. I want to give you the information. You go use it to free your family and show other people the same thing. I don't care about all this. It's my information crap. I don't care about all that. Listen, like I told you, I got thumb drives, hard drive, full of information to show y'all. Enough to last almost pretty much a lifetime. Yes. On all types of things. But I do things according to how the Spirit leads me, how the ancestors move me. This is the time to show it. Like lately, why I took off last week is because the ancestors been dropping knowledge on me. Man, my ears have been buzzing. I don't even know why they've been buzzing. They're not buzzing right now. Thank you. I've been trying to figure it out, and I feel fine. It ain't driving me crazy. It's just been buzzing. My hands been feeling like they're on fire, itching and stuff like that. I'm like, I got a health issue? No, it's not. That's what happens when you start getting the knock, the calls. Things like that happen. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, what's going on? Did I touch some poison oak? That's because it's time to write again. It's time to put stuff to paper, and things are lining up that I've been looking into. People out of nowhere, hey, what about this? Just come. See, when your consciousness is looking for stuff, it will bring you people. Like most unlikely people are popping up and talking about things that I've been needing to get the information on. And I stop and I listen. Out of the blue. And these are people that don't even watch my YouTube channel or even listen to the show. Just come out and I can get a consultation. Hey, and then they start talking. I said, what the? I was just thinking about that the other day. See what happens? That's how it works. When you perfect this thing, somebody just put their hand up. They ain't ready for me to go. Let's go. 609-442. 609-442. New Jersey in the house.
Peace. What's good, Akiem?
Peace. What's good? Everything's good. Good talking to you.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. Hey, look, I ain't even look. I put myself in the queue because look, I just started listening about 5-10 minutes ago.
Oh,
so
man,
just in case, you know.
Back.
But I did have one question.
Yeah, what's that?
I did have one question. We didn't have the private meeting Sunday, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
I did not get it.
The link is always the same. It never changes. The first one you got, second, they're all the same. It never changes. Just click it. I didn't send out a reminder one, but it's still the same link. Listen, unless you get an email from me saying we're not having it, we're having it.
Oh, man.
All right. I try to live by my commitments. Right. I don't miss meetings. I think this whole year I might have moved the meeting to another time. You know, I didn't miss the meeting. Right. I just moved it to a later time or something like that. Nah, brother. No, we had that meeting. I'll send out the recording. Listen, I haven't sent out the recording yet. It was a good meeting, actually.
That's what I was about to say. I know you're not going to give out, any private information on the air, but did I miss anything that,
Not really. We're just going over 1099 stuff and, QSIP information, the delay on that and things like that. So.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
No, I did. You did miss something because I taught on how obligations of the United States are tax exempt, and how what is an obligation of the United States Federal Reserve notes, mortgages.
Mm-hmm. Did you record it?
Yes, I did. I just haven't had the chance to send it out. Yeah.
Oh,
yes. So Brian, that was in group 1. We'll go over that one in the next group, Brian. Next one, the obligations of the United States. I have to show y'all why obligations of the United States are responsible. Federal Reserves are responsible because that's everything you're dealing with. And I'm not going to say anything further because I'm breaking the spiritual law of not getting that remedy out there. But there's a law. It's obligations of the United States. And y'all can watch, and I broke that down in detail. But it's actually leading up to something else. And then there's a reason why I sent y'all all a non-disclosure agreement recently, because the information I'm about to drop on y'all is going to be and I'm going to do the meeting at one time. I'm going to combine all groups together and drop it all at the same time.
Listen, I didn't get the NDA either.
You didn't get the NDA? You're not on it. You're in group 1, right?
Yeah, I'm in group 1.
I sent the NDA out last week as a group email.
Yo, for some reason I'm not getting them. Like I even
I've
been getting them.
Send me an email and then I'll send you the NDA. All right.
Oh, okay. Do your Proton?
Yes. Do that.
Okay. All
right, my brother. All right. That's
cool.
it? That's all you have?
All right. Yep.
All
Thanks,
right.
Akiem.
All right, peace.
Yeah, that's all I had. Like I said,
Oh, my bad. I cut you off too soon. My bad. All right. Okay. Peace, brother. All right.
Yeah. Peace.
All right, yeah. If you want to get in the membership, get in there. Brian says it's worth the price. It is, because some of y'all paid thousands and got nothing. I got people coming from other people. Yeah, I'm doing this, but it ain't. I don't even understand what I'm doing here. They ain't got no guidance. Reason why you don't understand what you're doing, and reason why you don't got guidance, because the people are giving you something they haven't done yet. See, you will get guidance if they've done it. They can show you their proof. They could tell you through their life experience, right? So all them brothers that be 1 billionaires and trillionaires, y'all need to find on social media all of the billionaires and trillionaires and start following them. Okay? That's another piece of advice. You want a good relationship, find somebody that got a good relationship and start listening to their advice. And they'll tell you, it ain't so good as it look. It's just me realizing where my responsibility lies in the relationship, why it's lasting. Okay? All right, y'all. That's a full, 838. That's a how you get in, Ronald Adams, AkemL.com. And click the consultation tab. Click the consultation that says 1500. And I'm putting it in the chat. And read the description, and you'll see all what comes with that. All right. There you go. All right. There you go. All right. Eric Curry, wait a moment, try again. All right, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like buttons, like and subscribe. I appreciate the support that you're doing, or that you're providing, or by coming to this channel, because you guys can listen to anybody else. Y'all have a choice, and I appreciate you. All righty. Peace.